Hello. Please hit like button and subscribe my channel. Also press bell icon for future video notifications. Thanks.
Children exhale significantly fewer potentially infectious particles than adults. At least this is true for the small respiratory droplets that are predominantly produced in the lungs. This is a key finding of a study conducted by the Max Planck Institutes for Dynamics and Self-Organization, MPIDS, and for Chemistry in collaboration with the University Göttingen Medical Center, UMG. The researchers investigated the concentrations of aerosol particles and droplets emitted with the breath when breathing, speaking, singing and shouting, using measurements on 132 people of all ages. The findings help to understand how the spread of diseases like influenza or COVID-19 can be contained. Infectious diseases are often transmitted via particles exhaled from infected persons. Yet, the size of such aerosol particles varies greatly, depending on its origin in the respiratory tract. In the lung, mostly small particles with less than 5 microns, that is 0.005 of a millimeter, are produced, also known as PM5. In contrast, bigger particles are produced in the upper respiratory tract. As the measurements showed, children exhale far less smaller particles than adults. We found that the concentration of small particles below 5 microns increases with age and is particularly low in children. As a result, adults are much more likely to trigger spreading if the infection is only in the lower respiratory tract, says Mohsen Bagheri, research group leader and lead author of the study at the MPIDS. The researchers did not find a correlation between the concentration of exhaled particles and the person's gender, weight, fitness or smoking habits. Vocalization activities increase small particle concentration in this comprehensive study. The researchers recorded data from 132 healthy volunteers. The study also included children and adolescents between 5 and 18 years about which very little data were available. They used various instruments installed in a clean room to measure the full range of particle sizes exhaled, from 1/10 of a micrometer to 1/4 of a millimeter. Vocalization and age are shown to be independent risk factors for particle production, reports Professor Simone Scheitauer from the Department of Infection Control and Infectious Diseases at the UMG. The volume of the exhaled particles determines potential infection risk. Although human drops and aerosols contain mostly small particles, larger particles constitute the major part of the total volume that can contain pathogens. If the pathogen mainly resides in the upper respiratory tract, the large particles are by far the main transmitter of the disease, explains Eberhard Bodenschatz, director at the MPIDS. It is thus important to consider the localization of the infectious particle in the respiratory tract to decide on appropriate protection, he continues. To prevent airborne transmission of lung diseases, wearing of well-fitted and high-efficiency facial masks can thus be an effective measure to avoid disease transmission, especially for adults. Make a difference. Sponsored opportunity StorySource. Materials provided by Max Planck Institute for Dynamics and Self-Organization. Note: content may be edited for style and length. Size, concentration, and origin of human exhaled particles and their dependence on human factors with implications on infection transmission. Journal of Aerosol Science, 2023. 168 to 106102 doi 10.1016 J. Yerisai 2022 106102 Cite this page, Max Planck Institute for Dynamics and Self-Organization. Fewer infectious particles from children's lungs. A comprehensive analysis on particle exhalation in adults and children. Science Daily, the 22nd of December 2022. ift.tt/gihezai. Max Planck Institute for Dynamics and Self-Organization. 2022, December 22. Fewer infectious particles from children's lungs. A comprehensive analysis on particle exhalation in adults and children. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.